No.
What's going on, everybody? Happy Valentine's Day. Um, so the best thing I can say, we had a Super Bowl, we had some commercials, we had a game, and we want to talk about that as well. We're also going to be discussing some the news and notes that happen in the NFL. Also, some extra interesting things that's going on with the draft, and we're going to be playing Hitch. So what I mean by Hitch is that we're going to be playing matchmaker for the free agents. For
Okay. I was gonna say 2-step. Stay right here. All you gotta do.
Yeah, so what we're going to be doing is playing matchmaker on what teams, what players would fit on what teams for our fantasy purposes. Welcome to That Fantasy Show.
Yay!
Again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching That Fantasy Show. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe button. I'm your host, the prime one, the commish, Ciozy. And next to me, we have the champ, Mr. Fried Chicken Antidote himself, Mr. AKA Loudmouth, Mr. AKA Bruce Wayne.
Hi.
So, first and foremost, I do want to say happy Valentine's Day to you and happy anniversary.
Eat a fat one.
Well, for the anniversary?
Both of them.
So
because I got both of them on the same day, and I'm not allowed to give no birthday presents.
No what?
No birthday presents. Like Timmy, when he gets presents in December, it's his Christmas present and his birthday present. Okay. Right? I'm not allowed to do birthday presents on fucking Valentine's Day and the anniversary. There has to be two.
So is Valentine? Was it like Valentine's-ery or something like that?
Sure. No, I just call it birthday presents.
It can't be birthday because it's not your birthday and it's not Christmas.
But it's I understand that, but it's an easy way to explain it.
So wouldn't it be Valentine's-ery or something like anniversary?
That is working way too hard. Birthmas works just fine.
But birthmas is not when you were born. It's unless you're saying that's the day that you. Is that the day when your love was created?
No, technically that was January 17th. We celebrate that one as well. Doesn't matter. 2 days from now is her birthday too. That is just so not fair.
Dude, yeah, you got him the trifecta. She got good. Sip, good job. You had the, most women don't have that type of intelligence to get the trifecta on all the same months.
No. Sip didn't set it up. Mom set it up.
Again, and Sip had to agree to it.
Oh no, Mom said you were doing it. We had no, no, we're not doing that. No, you were doing that.
But it was somewhat of an agreement. Sip still said yes.
No. Sip was like, okay, we'll be there.
Exactly. So either way you look at it, you still.
Oh no! If we wouldn't have showed up when Mom told us to show up, they'd have showed up, picked us up, and took us there themselves.
Oh yeah, I see that they was at the door. Yeah, I believe that.
So
they was at the door.
I had no choice.
But anyway, unless you want to get mad and scream, holler, and complain about it. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy anniversary. Y'all been married so officially, y'all been married for how long?
Like we've been married 18 years. Was Amelia's 22? 19 years?
Yeah.
But fuck that noise. We got together in fucking high school.
Before that,
no, I'm not discounting that time. We've been together 30 years. I've been married for 30 goddamn years.
That's somebody saying like, look, beside the official date, technically, we knew y'all were married before then.
30 damn years, dude.
Man, congratulations.
I'm amazed she kept me around for this long.
Congratulations.
I should have been dead by now.
Well, that's what happens when you get blessed with a good wife.
No, she's tried to kill me.
I witnessed
and she just smiled
I'm
at me.
actually witness for that, but again, congratulations for me for being this far. Yes.
Thank you.
I'm happy for both of you. For you still being alive and her not having a criminal record. Good job for both of you.
Oh no, she got a criminal record.
No. It might be for a speeding ticket.
Not that criminal record yet.
But let's get into some of the actual news and notes. First,
we were wrong about everything. We were wrong about everything with the Super Bowl.
We'll discuss Super Bowl. We'll discuss Super Bowl after this. But I definitely want to get into the news and notes.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I just wanted to put that out there. Like, we was completely wrong with everything we said.
At least you got it right. Who's gonna make it?
It's a true statement. That part don't matter.
So first and foremost, I don't know. The OG actually hit us up to this. He sent me a recording regarding Terry Porter. I guess had an interview, and they actually asked questions about him with Ben Roethlisberger.
Yes.
So, I'm gonna play it. I wasn't able to put it on the actual thing, so I'm gonna play it. Hopefully everybody can hear while it's going on. But
it's weird, dude. Like a lot of the old Steelers guys are coming out and talking a lot of shit about the quarterbacks.
Yeah. It's like, man, it's like I don't know if did y'all just once y'all hit the Hall of Fame, you just say you just want to tell on everybody? But
didn't Kaseko do that? He told him.
Kaseko said it to get out of trouble. Here you go.
I'm snitching on everybody.
Basically.
He broke the brotherhood. Then 7 definitely broke the brotherhood because, like,
that's the one I don't understand.
The shit the 7 dude that did that we don't talk about is crazy. Like out of anybody to talk, he should never grab a microphone and really talk Steeler business. Yeah. Because if we talking Steeler business, his ass is foul of all foul. Like the shit that he's did is foul of all foul. He's not a good teammate. Won Super Bowl with him, but the person, he's just not a good teammate. Like he knows that. Anybody in the Steeler building knows that. But we protected him because I've only won one Super Bowl. And that was my quarterback. So do I love my quarterback? Yeah, but is he a good person? No.
So
what was wrong with that?
Huh?
What was wrong with that?
Well, I don't see nothing wrong with that, but and I'll put it this way: Ben ain't in the Hall of Fame yet. So when you got your team talking dirt on you, I mean, does that affect your Hall of Fame status?
No, they still have a murderer in there.
Oh, geez. But again, okay, I'm going to give you that one. But I'll put it say press-wise. Press-wise, because you got to think, the press are basically the people that's going to actually give you that actual, okay, we're going to put them in, we're not.
Right.
Now, again, with this actually coming out, like I said, I still wonder. I get the Ray Lewis thing. The Ray Lewis thing, to be honestly, Ray, he cleaned himself up after that. I'll probably say, that was the start of his career. But after that, you really didn't hear not a thing about Ray Lewis unless he was winning Super Bowls, doing stuff for the community, doing things left and just he basically cleaned that up.
It was probation. Oh, sorry.
Call it what you want, but basically he basically, because this took place earlier, he did what he had to do to make sure that when he retired, that was the last thing people knew about.
He was just doing the community service to knock the time down before they went to
again, like I said, whatever you want to call it, like I said, because this happened in the beginning of his career, he was smart enough to say, okay, you know what? And Michael Irvin did the same thing. Even when Michael Irvin did it, he basically, I think, in his career, he kind of just kept it to where, you know what, he changed. I want to say he changed his demeanor, but I think with this, years later, and you have the players talking about you and your legacy, and it's like they don't like, dude, Ben was not fun to work with. Ben was this, Ben was that. I mean, I can see if it was during the season and, you know, things changed, they won games, but this is like years after he's been done. And now the dirt's coming up. And I'll probably say he's probably eligible. He was eligible this year, wasn't he?
I think so.
Because he was in the same draft
class. I think he's been eligible for a while.
No, he was eligible because wasn't he the same draft class with Eli, Phillip Rivers? Yeah, he was in that draft class.
Yes. Well, Rivers resets anyway.
Yeah, Rivers reset because he ended up playing again.
That sucks. You gotta wait another 5 years because he came in and played 2 games.
He had the itch. That's when you know you got love for the game.
Buddha, they called him and gave him a number. He went, "That'll cover some diapers."
Call it what you want. Call it what you want. He was like, "Wait a minute, insurance is covered. I can take all 20 of my kids to the hospital. I can take my 20 kids and my 30 grandkids.
We go to Chuck E. Cheese.
Girl, line up. We ain't in Disney World. We in Chuck E. We in Charles E. Cheese. But like I said, but even with Ben, is like, does that affect his Hall of Fame status? Especially now that his teammates are out there talking, you know, I want to say talking trash, but it's just kind of like doing a lot of dirty laundry.
Right. I mean, it's the reason fucking Belichick didn't get in. It's the reason Kraft didn't get in.
All right, so Brock actually hit us up. He said you can't deny his performance in those games. He won games and Super Bowls. Yes and no.
Dennis won that Super Bowl.
He was the quarterback on those winning teams.
Right, Trent Dilfer won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, Trent Dilfer won a Super Bowl. Look, I want to
Joe Flacco won a Super Bowl.
I want to say something right now, but I gotta wait because we really can't really put that in there yet. I mean, like Sam Darnold won a Super Bowl, but hold on, let's wait after that one. We still got a few more years and a few more seasons to say something about that one. But I guess with that, it's like I said, that was the biggest thing from there, especially with Joey Porter. Joey Porter is that person that does not hold his tongue. We all know Joey Porter don't hold. I don't even know he can hold water, let alone his tongue saying anything. Next thing I found out is Trinidad Chambliss was granted an injunction for 2026, which means that he is able to play one more year at quarterback for Ole Miss.
Jesus Christ.
Now, out of that, does that affect the actual draft stand? I mean, the actual draft predictions? Because I'm sure there were some teams that was kind of the combine is coming up.
Yeah, we think we're getting them right.
Yeah, the combine's coming up. I think the combine is in 2 weeks.
Damn.
The combine, I think, is the 26th. So the combine is within 2 weeks. So with that, it's like, does that affect any of the actual does that affect some of the actual draft predictions, some of the players? Because you know, when 2027 hits, a lot of people are saying that's where the actual big draft is supposed to come through.
They say that every year when the previous year didn't do that well.
Well, they're saying
they didn't want those guys. They're waiting for these guys.
Well, they're saying that this year is kind of like it's kind of, I don't want to say they're like the bottom of the barrel, but it's kind of like they're not really seeing any like highlightable or prolific players that are that's going to be making, I guess that type of a spotlight on the league. You got a few.
I hate saying this. I hate saying this. I do.
Really?
Brady was picked in the 6th round.
So was Joe Montana was picked earlier. Was picked later. I get that. You do have those players that actually get picked so far in the league, that get far, but they become better superstars. Not taking anything away from that. You do have your diamonds in the rough. Brady was a diamond in the rough. Joe Montana was a diamond in the rough. That's how you look at it.
Just saying.
And, look, I will put what Brock's saying, but he making it too mouthy. I'm like, dude, you do realize this is a public show, so we can't put too much of your colorful words on here.
Right,
So
I've had to watch my tongue. Come on now.
So I'll put what he said. He said, "Guy, once you hit 25, your butt can't your butt to the Basically saying
right. Take your ass to the league. Right.
Be out to the league.
At that point, like, I do get it. Like, maybe he don't believe that he can do that much in the NFL. Feel me? You're trying to stay in college, make as much money as he possibly can.
True, but he's playing for Ole Miss. He ain't making that much money.
NIL, baby, they get paid.
Oh, I believe it. I believe it. But I do believe this is more for experience, because he's been in and out for a while. And now you're back with the new. Then on top of that, you was Kiffin was the coach. Kiffin's gone. Now you got a new coach. So now you got to see how
he's staying at Ole Miss.
Yeah. So I can see why he's staying at Ole Miss. Is like, okay, you know what? I've already been here. Maybe they keep the same system. I got a new coach, and he's already been playing. He's already know how this coach is playing. He's already got the taste for him because he was the coach in the he coached him in the playoffs. Right. So obviously if he didn't have any type of belief in this coach and he liked how this coach was doing, maybe that's why he's still staying there. But other than that, that's the only thing I can really look at. Next, we got Derek Carr. Now, Derek Carr has actually said, and this is his quote, "I'd only unretire to play for a Super Bowl contender." Now, he actually
nobody cared.
He did retire for the Saints last spring due to labral tear in his arm. But here's my question: who would benefit with him as a Super Bowl? What team that is a Super Bowl contender or close to a Super Bowl contender would actually work for Derek Carr? Now, my first guess is probably will be Minnesota.
I'd go to Bengals. Joe gonna need a backup.
Yeah, they got him.
Who?
Joe Cool.
Look, Shane Falco is not. I mean, some of this, some of that. It's the same person. Derek Carr and
did he not keep them afloat while they were playing?
He did. But he did the same thing at the beginning of the season with the Browns too. But still.
But I would probably say one first and foremost would probably be the Raiders, not the Raiders, the Vikings. That'd be the first team I'm looking at.
I can see that, but
secondly,
Old Smokey Eyes, he already got the Viking makeup.
There you go. See,
down pat.
Secondly, I will say this, and I'm not trying to be funny. Maybe the 49ers. The only reason I say maybe is because I really don't see a lot of weapons still. The only person you still got is Christian McCaffrey. I mean, you still got George Kittle, but are you still keeping Brandon Ayuk? Is Juan Jennings considered?
No, Ayuk's gone.
Right. Like I said, I don't know if they're going to keep Ayuk. Then on top of that, is Juan Jennings going to be he's considered your future from that. So that one is kind of, but quiet as kept. I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind looking at Arizona.
Man,
Arizona might, because Granted, and on top of that, they're talking about getting rid of Kyler Murray too. They're talking about shipping him to Miami.
Yes.
But I wouldn't knock Derek Carr being with, because on top of that, you do have a good receiving core, especially with Marvin Harrison. And I think with Marvin Harrison, he needs that type of quarterback like Derek Carr. I'm trying to think of it. I'm thinking about all the teams that if an injury does take place, he can actually take over and do something. I can see maybe I don't see Seattle getting him because they already still have they got Darnold. Well, not even that. They still had the draft the kid from Florida that they drafted.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They still got him as quarterback. So he was the backup in case, basically it was supposed to be, okay, we'll keep Darnold in until he messes up, and then we'll start him. So he's kind of doing the same thing he did with Minnesota, but now he has a better contract.
So then it wasn't
right.
RBB. It was some Mexican, Puerto Rican, Hispanic chick.
Except you do know we online, right?
They're lucky I was moving.
Oh man. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know who she was going on for, but if that wasn't pure comedy, I was like, dang, hold on. We are still live. She going on like Bobby Knight or somebody.
Oh God. I was just letting her go, but get off her shit.
But like I said, the only true contender team I can probably see, maybe the Panthers, depending on how they do.
No, he said contender. He ain't going to the Panthers.
Panthers, like I said, Panthers are depending on what they do this offseason. But right now, you kind of got a nice nucleus. They kind of did make the playoffs.
Either you did make the playoffs or you didn't.
Well, the only reason I say they kind of made the playoffs is because it was a tie in their division. It's the NFC South. So,
big poo, little poo. Either you made it or you didn't.
True. Other than that, maybe like I said, maybe the Dolphins. Maybe I don't see Buffalo really.
I can see the Dolphins.
Maybe Buffalo. I don't see them wanting them, but I can see them. Hey, we'll put you on just in case. We need to give so and so a rest. We need to give Josh Allen a rest.
Carr is a warm weather quarterback. Like you cannot put him in the cold. Like them smoke guys would not deal well with the cold. I'm just saying.
But yeah, those are the teams that I can really see him really being on. Matt put the Steelers.
Everybody's going to the fucking Steelers.
They're
going to dig up Johnny Unitas, and he's going to play for the Steelers.
Well, here's my question. Here's my issue with the Steelers. With the Steelers, I get it to where their motto is we don't rebuild, we keep going. So the thing is that okay, if you have Derek Carr, you're still looking for another.
You still got Mason Rudolph, and it's pretty much the same guy.
You got Duck Dynasty, because I know Carr will watch his mouth.
It's a true statement. You still got Will Howard sitting there too.
Right, but and on top of that, the thing is Will Howard ready? So that's that issue. Like I said, they just drafted Will Howard, but the Steelers, they're not really into younger quarterbacks. They like the season. Granted, they gave Ben a chance, but even with Ben, you had a lot of actual veterans around to support him. You had
that was huge.
You still had Hines Ward. You still had Rod Woods. I mean, you still had actual veterans surrounding Ben to where if he was still able to learn. And you actually had the experience around him to teach him.
Right.
So that
was huge. So you could put him in, that was fine. Right. He was going to be safe.
But I just, like I said, those are the contenders I really see. But that's it for news and notes for right now. I mean, for this week. Now, your favorite moment. Let's talk about this Super Bowl. Seahawks won 29-13.
We were so wrong.
Whew.
So wrong.
Were we? No. We were fine to the fourth quarter.
Right.
We were fine. All we needed was a touchdown from the third quarter, and we still would have been in it. After that, I think they just said, you know what, we're done. We can't do this. It was throw the towel. We're done. That's it. Just we're done. But here's my question with this. I know a lot of people was talking about Drake playing with house cash, meaning because he's so young in the league, he's so young in making it off. I mean, making the actual Super Bowl, even if they lose, he still has time.
They're not wrong.
Do you think Drake will be back
to the Super Bowl?
Yeah,
it's hard to do. Again, they said the same thing about the Dolphins and Marino.
So
right, then they never really made it back.
Right. So if you when you looked at this team, what do you feel is needed for the Pats to come back?
Better line play. That was what killed them on both sides of the ball. Better line play. Well, their running game was nowhere to be found, and Drake almost got killed.
You're right. And the funny thing was, I don't know if anybody paid attention, is that there were two rookie linebackers. I mean, for the offensive linemen that actually was starting in the Super Bowl. So I'll probably say that's one thing. Brock said he's our fellow Patriot. So yeah, he's saying O-line and tight end. O-line a little bit more. Your tight end and Hunter Henry is not bad.
Right.
I really don't see if you were to get another tight end, it'd be a blocking tight end, something like that. If you do it like that, I do feel as though you need more weapons. And what I mean by weapons is besides Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs is a great player, but he is not. I'm gonna probably get shot for. He's not the player he was in Buffalo.
Right.
He's not the player that was in Minnesota. He's not.
He's getting long in the tooth.
Right. When your outside status is more than your professional status, that's when I probably feel you're getting old. And right. I think that's what they need. They need a playmaking wide receiver. You got a great cash. You have a great running. You have a great running game, in Rashad Stevenson and Trayvon Henderson. That's great. If
they can't get to that quarter without somebody already being in their face, then that part don't matter.
Right, but like I said, you have some of the core products. You have a good tight end, Hunter Henry, and then you also still have Austin Hooper.
Right.
So, like I said, your short game weapons are great. Your long range weapons is where there's an issue. Defensively, like I said, all three quarters they kept them in the game. Shout out to Christian Gonzalez, because Christian Gonzalez was saving them on. He saved them on 3 plays.
Oh yes, the defense was trying their hardest.
Because when you
constantly got to be out there,
like if he didn't make those 3 plays, that score would have been bigger.
Oh yes.
So that's one thing I would definitely say. When it's like Christian Gonzalez, please, if that was his last game as a Patriot, y'all better make sure he gets some type of extension to keep him on there. Because he sure as hell made sure you ain't scoring while I'm on the field. Now, besides them coming back, can they still be the top team? Because you got to remember, this is a season to where Mahomes was out, Burrow was out. Allen got eliminated. Ravens got eliminated. The Broncos. You got the Texans, and you still got the Dolphins. All these teams have basically elite quarterbacks. Now,
what's what the NFL wants right there? That's the parity that they're fucking looking for. They're not looking for the same teams to be in the Super Bowl again. For it to happen like that is a shot in the dark.
You're right. But the thing is, like I said, because you got to look at it, can they make it again? Because this conference is pretty much QB packed.
Right.
So it's like, it's like, can they make it back? And that's the one thing a lot of people saying, well, Drake May is playing with house money. Yes and no. It's kind of like it's kind of like when you go to the casino. Oh yeah, you got the free 40 credits. Now those credits are gone. Can you still make some money off of it?
Some credits are gone. You didn't make any money.
Well, that's what I'm saying. When your credits are gone, now you're putting your money. You're no longer playing with house money. You're now putting your money in. Can you redeem yourself?
Well, what is it? It's May's second season, right?
Say what?
It's May's second season, right?
Yeah.
That's not bad. Normally there's the sophomore slump or whatever. Like May didn't get it till the very end.
Well, I probably say with his sophomore slump, it was because he had the freshman follies, I will call it.
Right.
Well, your first year was so bad, you learned from that, and then you were able to improve the upcoming year.
Right.
But like I said, with this team, especially in this conference, you got a lot of quarterbacks that are basically
they're going to have to play a lot harder next year because of all those quarterbacks not.
It ain't going to be no easy run because you got all these quarterbacks that's now, they're healthy. They didn't see what you did. Because of them being hurt, you got the opportunity and, it's not there. Now, let's talk about the winning team. Let's talk about the Seahawks. Oh, Sam Lego Man Donald, because sure as hell he doesn't like one of them damn Lego characters.
He do. He looked like the Ginger Ninja, dude.
Yeah, he started had that redheaded revolver look. Yeah,
right.
But do you feel as though he's silencing the critics winning this?
I don't know if he silenced them, but like he showed what like determination and hard work will get you.
You did not just use a John Bradley quote.
I did.
You used a John Bradley quote to describe
hard work, dedication, right there. You know about dude? He was on what seven different teams.
If he ever hears this, oh my god, he did not just. He just used the John Bradley quote. Oh,
I'm just saying he been around the block for a while.
Yes,
and he finally got. I mean, like it took Steve Young a few years to get his, and they said he finally got the monkey off his back.
Yeah,
but Darnold's been just beating around.
Joe Montana's backup. There's a difference between being Joe Montana's backup being shipped city to city, like you being shipped city to city, like you package goods.
All that really tells me is that like they knew he was good.
They should have said GFS.
Just that. I'm just saying. Like he must have been good to have been shipped to being that other teams were like, yeah, you can come over here. We'll find something for him to do.
Well, and I'll say this, and a lot of players have been saying this. When it came to Sam Darnold, he wasn't a bad quarterback. We've seen how he was at USC. But when you send the two teams to where the Jets just didn't do anything for him, he struggled that whole time. He had no weapons. It was nothing to build behind. So, yeah, he struggled. Then when he went to Carolina, you kind of seen glimpses of him being a good player. But again, Carolina started doing the same things that the Jets were doing. So that's when he got shipped to the 49ers. He played decent with the 49ers. They're like, again, everybody's seeing that glimmer, like, okay, well, maybe it's because he was there. And then he goes to Minnesota. He balls out. His contract is done. He signs with the Seahawks, and boom. It's like everything.
I cannot believe that that Minnesota let him go. Like, they wouldn't even be dealing with McCarthy right now if Darnold was still there.
Well, it's one of those judgment calls you got to make with business. For the simple fact that yes, you have a player that you sign. He's a veteran. He's doing good, but on top of that, we got to give him money. If we give him money, then on top of that, we got to realize, okay, we're now giving this person more money, but we just spent this much money on this player. To be honestly, quiet as kept, the Chiefs had to do the same thing with Mahomes, because at the time, Alex Smith was their quarterback. During that time, Alex Smith actually made the Pro Bowl. He was a Pro Bowl quarterback coming off that last year. And then you had Patrick Mahomes. It was like, well, what do we do? It's like, well, we see how Mahomes played. Okay, we got the weapons to help him around. So it was kind of like that. Well, we might as well just we invested in this rookie. Let's go ahead and give it to the rookie. And they let Alex Smith go. Alex Smith went to the Commanders, broke his leg, got back, games. Yeah. God. But that's a business decision you got to make a lot when you have a player to where you get a quarterback, a good quarterback after a certain amount of years. I mean,
so Mahomes cost Alex Smith this fucking leg.
Sure, if you want to call it that. No, I would say it was more Andy Reid. Andy Reid made the decision. But
Walter's GM up there too.
He is the president. I think he's still the president of operations, to where he is the guy that he can actually pick his own draft picks. He had that in Philly, where he was able to actually decide on what draft picks are going to be made. And I think Andy Reid still has that actual thing with the Chiefs. But besides that, the next thing we want to can the Seahawks repeat?
Possibly. I mean, they're going to have to tighten up some shit. That defense is on point.
The defense with Seattle. That's the funny thing. The time that Seattle has won Super Bowls, it's always been their defense on there. Now, here's the thing.
The same thing with the Ravens.
Well, no, not even that. With the defense, here's my question. Because when you had the Legion of Boom the year before, when they went to the Super Bowl, they went back to the Super Bowl. They could have won it, but they decided to pass the ball instead of run it. That's a different discussion from a different time. But
thank you.
It's always been, but always that it was, the defense is this, the defense is that. But what happens when your defense gets too cocky?
Well, I mean, your offense is going to end up getting tired because the offense is constantly going to be on the field. But that defense is on point, but it's going to do the same thing that the Legion of Boom did when, like, fucking Sherms was there. Right? Like, they're going to get to the point they're going to have to pay these cats, and they're not going to be able to keep everybody.
Exactly. So that's the thing I'm looking at, is that, okay, so you picked up the defense. Now, you already know money's going to hit. Some of these players are actually, at the end of their contracts. So now you got to renew contracts, and you still got draft picks you got to look up. And like I said, free agency is March 11th. The combine is in 2 weeks, and you got the draft that's coming up in April. So that's
actually has to watch fucking Underwear Olympics.
Now, here's the other thing, because again, bringing up free agency, will they keep Kenneth Walker?
Ooh. Yes. He's been solid. They didn't let Lynch leave.
They didn't let who?
Lynch. Right? Didn't Marshawn Lynch just leave? He retired fucking from Seattle, didn't he?
No, he retired a Raider. But that's what he wanted. He wanted that. He wanted to. That was his thing. That was an agreement that they made. They made the agreement to where he made agreements like, "Hey, my last year, I want to play for the Raiders in Oakland." So his last year was the last time they played as the Oakland Raiders. So he was already going to retire anyway, so he decided to play his final year as a Raider. But that's where he's from.
Got it.
But with Kenneth Walker, because you still have Chardonnay. You still have Chardonnay on your team too. So is Kenneth Walker one of those to where is he eligible to be, are you looking at Chardonnay like, okay, he's our future? We've had Kenneth Walker for a few years, and are we going to let him go?
Now you keep that dude. Run him into the ground and then let him go. Sorry to say it like that, but that's what you do with running backs. You run them to the ground and then let it be somebody else's problem.
I get it. Running back, run. That's your job. That's your description. Yes, get it. But that's gonna be something they're gonna look at because with him being the Super Bowl MVP and him having the career season that he had, he's gonna want some money, and that's gonna be the interesting.
Oh yes,
he's gonna want some money. So it's up to them whether they're going to give it to them, whether they take their chance in the draft, whether they see Chardonnay's going to be good, or whether they decide to grab somebody off free agency. That's going to be something interesting. Now, let's get to the fun part of the Super Bowl. All right. Best commercial.
Well, we talked about this last night. Mine was I think it was a Michelob commercial with Joe Montana giving a toast. Vinatieri just goes to kickers. Gronk sitting right next to him goes, "Calm down, Vinatieri."
Mine was the Dunkin' Donuts because it had
right.
Dunkin' Donuts because if you was a '90s person, if you grew up in the '90s, every '90s character was there, known to man.
Right.
Every '90s character. Only thing they needed was Uncle Phil. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
That's all they needed. It was probably Uncle Phil. And I figured Brock was gonna say that. Yeah, here's with the Dunkin' Donuts. We know because Tom Brady was on it. We get it. We get it. But I'm not gonna lie, that was funny. I did have it. Jennifer had to go, "Well, I have a new boyfriend," and brings out Tom Brady. I'm like, go figure. And what did you think about the halftime show?
It was entertaining.
I
will give it that.
So somebody beat your wedding. Y'all was on the radio. Somebody had this on the Super Bowl. You know, you no longer have the best wedding.
No, I just had a cheap ass wedding. Fuck that noise.
No, for the simple fact that you got married on the radio station and it was live, that's pretty damn cool.
Why do you think I pushed the mic away from me? When they came over to me, I was like, I found out you do not want me on the radio.
That's all right. They got Sip, they got me, and they got Timmy. Close enough.
But yeah, it was entertaining.
It was entertaining. I thought it was cool. The kid. I guess he gave the. I guess that was the kid that was taken from ICE that he gave the Grammy to.
Okay.
If you like I said, it was a lot of Easter eggs in this. Especially some of the people that they had on there. You had Lady Gaga. You had Ricky Martin. I ain't gonna lie. There was other people that I didn't recognize that I didn't know. But if you follow some of the Latin music and stuff like that, you knew them right off bat. Hell, you even got to see Cardi B shaking her little bumpy ass out there. The shame. Sorry, let me stop. But it was like I said, it was cool. It was different. Now I guess everybody's wanting. They say the next one is they're trying to find a way to get Chris Brown on there. Don't look at me. Okay, so here's my question. You know what? No, we gonna accept this question. So to Simp, who would you like to hear? Who would you like to see on the halftime show performing?
Who you want on the halftime show?
What are my options?
Whoever you want.
For the halftime show?
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all don't like the people I like, so that'd be a problem. It'd probably be like Pink or Bruno.
Right.
Okay.
Maybe Backstreet Boys. That's a Backstreet Boys. Yeah,
she said Pink.
They're old.
They're old. Yeah.
She said
it's Backstreet Men at this point.
So what about when they did Eminem and Dre and all that?
They were still relevant though.
I hate you so fucking much.
But okay, I'm hearing what Sip saying. I wouldn't mind them doing Pink and Bruno Mars and probably having NSYNC and the Backstreet Boys come out as a performance as well. That would be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool.
Boy.
If she doesn't agree with you, that would be cool.
What?
Yours, that'd be fine.
Fuck you.
I'm just making fun of. I'm all right with the first two. It's just the other ones.
Look, we know JT rather have ICP, Limp Bizkit.
Oh God.
You want to riot at the Super Bowl party.
We can go back to the 90s.
You want police clearing house in 18 minutes.
When the thing started, I thought it was an ice race, or they were setting up for one.
Now, besides the halftime question, okay, Super Bowl MVP should have been Walker or should have been Myers?
No, Walker did way too much.
I'll give it to Walker because if it was for Walker's big plays, Myers wouldn't be able to kick the ball where he was at. So I would want to say with
the first half, them getting close and him getting points on the board meant something. But there's at no point will a kicker ever get Super Bowl MVP. There is no way in hell a kicker gets Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah, I mean, he could. This score is 9-0.
You're not wrong.
And it's all
You're not wrong.
And if he's kicking field goals 40, if you have a kicker kicking 45 plus, and he's making all of them.
I understand that, but again, they are a kicker.
I get it, but here's the yards he hit. He was 5 for 5. He had a 33, 39, 41, 41, and 26 yards. Those were the ones he kicked and made. Now I will give it to Kenneth Walker for putting them into those field goal ranges.
True statement.
I'll probably say if he, like I said, besides the 33 and the 26, you had the 39, 41, 41, anything over 35 plus yards. And he's kicking them he's kicking them straight nonstop. Yeah, he should have got the MVP. He would have got MVP hands down.
Right. It was like most of it was the first half was like at halftime, like the kicker was like on his way to getting the MVP because he was the only one scoring points.
Because it was looked at to where, hey, has a kicker ever got Super Bowl MVP? No.
Like if Vinatieri wasn't going to get it,
he was close. No, Golden told Vinatieri never got it.
Right? No, that's what I'm saying. There's like if Vinatieri couldn't fucking get it, and he won 3 goddamn Super Bowls. He won it
in the clutch. I'll give him that.
Right?
They don't make you Super Bowl MVP, but it makes you pretty close. Hey, you should get some endorsements after that. I'm just saying. You just know you ain't getting no full metal treatment out there in the showers to where they come with dry bars of soap beating the hell out of you.
Suck that.
You know that he was actually on the day going to Rich Eisen show.
Who?
For Full Metal Jacket. I'm trying to remember what they called him. His name was Lawrence. It was Private Lawrence, but they called him. Damn.
I'm gonna go on Pyle.
Yeah, they kept calling him Private Gomer, because you know on Daredevil he's the Kingpin.
Yes.
Yeah, that would crack me up. I'm like, wait a minute, that's I didn't know who he was until I actually when he interviewed somewhere, and they was like, yeah. So when you did Full Metal Jacket, I'm like, Full Metal Jacket, and then they showed a picture of him. I'm like, wow,
it's jelly donuts, sir.
Yeah, that was crazy. But and now, like I said, with free agency, one more thing I actually did want to bring up. So we already heard from Njoku. Njoku is not signing back with the Browns.
Huh.
So where do you see Njoku? Me personally, I think he's going to be at Atlanta.
I can see that.
I think he's going to be in Atlanta, and I don't even think if that's going to be if they get a decision with Kyle Pitts or not. I think Stefanski's, that's one of Stefanski's boys,
right?
And it's good to have somebody, if he has a chance to get somebody like that, it's a wrap.
Right? Yeah, you're not wrong.
But again, like I said, with free agency does begin March 11th. And
I just see him fucking up and going to the Jets.
I don't see that. I just see, he had a great relationship with Stefanski, and on top of that, he has a chance to actually be with an actual. I don't want to say be with a winning team, but with the way the NFC South is, I think it's more of a better chance of them succeeding.
Hey, the Brownies had a chance they played like shit and had a chance all season.
They did. They
catch
did.
Catch your division, and they just didn't.
They did. They had a few chances. So, I guess my question was this. Okay, this is where we're playing Hitch.
Okay.
And this is for our fantasy. This is for any fantasy football team, any fantasy football user. We want to have discussion as well. First off, I do want to know, who do you feel as though the must-have signs that for their team, whoever's a free agent, who do you feel is the team that they need to sign this person? Hands down. I don't care, just that specific team.
I think at this point, the Bengals probably need to retool the receiver room, which is going to probably piss off Joe. Chase is probably gone.
Chase
Bengals, I can see signing. So, huh?
Chase is not a free agent.
I understand that, but I can see the Bengals signing somebody to replace Chase,
right,
and dealing it.
Right. What I'm saying is that with the actual players that are free agents this year, let me start over. Go. What team do you feel needs to sign their own player back? Who is the player that team? He's already on the team.
Oh, they just need to re-sign.
They need to re-sign him.
Bring him back.
Who's the person that must be signed and stay on that team?
Kenneth Walker in Seattle. We already talked about that.
Right.
That's all I got. I don't know who's fucking free agent.
Guess what? I actually think I still have the list.
Do you really?
Yeah, hold on.
Come on, there's 32 fucking teams. There's more than like 60 guys.
Well, I put what I did do. These are the top 10 free agents. So here's what we have.
Oh shit.
So like I said, these are the top 10. So for QB, you got Daniel Jones, Aaron Rodgers, Joe Flacco, Marcus Mariota.
He let all them roll.
Jimmy Garoppolo, Carson Wentz, Russell Wilson, Malik Willis, Tyrod Taylor, and Trey Lance. Running back, we got Breece Hall, Rico Dwaddle, Kenneth Walker.
The Jets need to be smart and re-sign him just to keep him there.
Who?
Breece Hall.
Hell no.
With the Jets.
Hell no, send him to Washington.
I mean, I understand what you want them to do, but like if the Jets are smart, they re-signing him.
You got Devontae Walker, Travis Etienne.
He probably re-signed. That's Jacksonville, isn't it?
Yeah.
Etienne?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna re-sign. They're gonna end up re-signing him.
Yeah, you got Rashad White from Tampa Bay, Isaiah Pacheco from the Chiefs, and Brian Robinson right now he's with the 49ers. And then wide receiver, right now we're going to discuss George Pickens as well. We got Pickens.
That's Steelers, right?
No, that's Cowboys.
Oh, Cowboys. Oh, yeah, shit.
George Pickens plays with the Cowboys. You
got it.
Heed from the Seahawks. Deebo Samuels from the Commanders. Alex Pierce from the Colts. Wan'Dale Robinson's with the Giants. Romeo Dobbs is with the Packers. The old ageless wonder, Mike Evans, with Tampa Bay. You got Keenan Allen with the Chargers. Jawan Jennings for the 49ers, and Christian Kirk is with the Texans. Dude, I didn't know Keenan Allen balled like that on the Celebrity All-Star game.
Oh, yes.
He balled. He okay. I had to give him probably okay. Well, shout out to Keenan Allen for doing his own version of T.O.
But this entire list, the only one that like needs to be re-signed is fucking probably Jennings. The rest of them, they're all interswappable with each other.
Now I will say this: I do feel as though for QB,
Dobbs too, maybe.
Daniel Jones definitely needs to be re-signed with Indianapolis. I definitely agree with that. Again, like I said, if it comes to running backs, I'm looking at I hate to say this because I am a Commanders fan. If the Cowboys are smart, I will re-sign Javonte Walker as well. He gave you that balance with the running game. That's the first time in a long time you actually had you had a dependable 1,000-yard rusher. Because since he's played, if it wasn't injury prone, he's always had 1,000-yard season, and he actually proved that with the Cowboys. Wide receiver again, I will have to agree with George Pickens being re-signed with Dallas, and I definitely would like to see Deebo sign with the Commanders. Re-sign with the Commanders.
I think Debo's gone, dude. I'm sorry.
I agree, but I hate to say it, if they can put that deal to keep Deebo, because it gave what Scary Terry wanted. He wanted that number 2, and he had that number 2 in Deebo.
Yeah, but Deebo won't be a number 1.
I think Deebo just wants to win.
Right.
Deebo don't care because with Deebo, he's still gonna get his touches. He's more of a weapon. He's more of a weapon than a wide receiver, because he's either running the ball as a running back. He can run routes like a wide receiver. With Deebo, he's not a primary playmaker. He is the ultimate playmaker, because you can put him in any position and he's there. If you're a primary playmaker, you're just a playmaker just for that position. Now, again, with the conversation that we was having with George Pickens, here's the thing. Pickens doesn't want to. I want to say he's right now. He's not. I don't want to say an extension, but he knows that the market is not good for having a wide receiver at this time.
Right.
So he knows, because there's not really any big wide receivers available, he's going to get chump change.
Right.
And with Jerry, and like I said, we all know how Jerry likes to play that staring game or that Russian roulette when it comes to you trying to get him some money.
That's because Jerry been dead for years, dude. Like, he just ain't put it out there. Jerry gonna play a Russian roulette because he don't care. Go ahead, pull the trigger. I've been dead for a long time.
Now the other one that's in the free agent list, I want to say, did I put him on here? I don't think he's a free agent, but Kyler Murray. Will Kyler stay? You think he's going to stay a Cardinal, or is it?
No, he's going to end up in Miami.
Now the thing is, when it came to here's the thing with Miami, because of the actual hold on, I'm just trying to get this off. There it is. With Miami, I don't know. It's like everybody's talking about, well, they go to Miami, go to Miami. Who's at Miami? What coach?
Oh shit! Who the hell did they get?
I'm sorry. Look, and I got the listing. Hold on. Who got Miami? Oh, no, it's free agents. Where's the coaching list? I think I took the coaching list off. That's fantasy rankings, fantasy bust, free agent QBs. Yeah, I got rid of the I'll probably have it up next week with the actual coaches. But I just, everybody's saying, well, Debo's going to Miami. We want to trade. The location, I get. It's Miami. I get it. It's Miami. Who doesn't want to spend their coaching career? Who doesn't want to spend their football career in Miami? Warm weather, bikinis. You know, you're in the better part of Miami, to where I'm sure you ain't seeing the crime and stuff like that. You living your best life. I get it. Trust me. How the Jake is saying, gangsters don't die, they get fat and move to Miami. That's what.
Right.
That's what that is. So yeah, I get it. But what are you getting out of Miami? Because you remember, quiet as kept, Tyreek Hill is still on the roster. He hasn't been released. He's just
but Hill is done.
Healthy. So the question is, are we still keeping Tyreek Hill? Are you trading Tyreek Hill? And on top of that, because you got to think about it, now this is different management. So all that has changed, and they might still see Tyreek as one of their foundation pieces. I'm not saying it is, but who's to say that they're not looking at that?
Yeah, I mean, you're probably not wrong, but Tyreek done in Miami. Ain't nobody. He blew his shit up. Ain't nobody have a bigger smile on their face getting hurt than he did getting carted off.
Yeah. It was excuse my language. It was already a shitty season, so basically, I don't gotta bust my ass and get hurt. I'm still getting paid. Oh yeah, yeah. I am in
Tyreek's done. He done in Miami.
Huh?
Tyreek done in Miami.
True. I mean, I want to say a yes or no, because again, we don't know what management is looking at.
That right there might be the swap that ends up fucking happening. Debo will go down to Miami, and Tyreek will go up to Washington.
We don't want him.
That's fastest man on the planet right there. Yeah, he's got a little hitch and giddy up now.
Then you know what? Stay the fastest man in Miami. Stay the fastest man in Miami. Yeah. Outrun Flipper. Yes. I want you to be able to outrun Flipper while you so fast you still on water and Flipper's just the whole thing. Yeah, that's what I want. But another one is last free agent we want to talk about, I guess, is Mad Max.
Was Crosby actually up?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, so he's a free agent too. I mean, it's more defensively, and I'm sure Matt is probably.
But still, that's the heart and soul of the Raiders right there.
Give it to the Raiders. Say what?
That's the heart and soul of the Raiders right there.
It is. It is, and he made a nice little comment to where he loves football, and you can see it. And it's like, it's the same thing with Myles Garrett. He has the same qualities as Myles Garrett. He'll ball his ass off, but he just feels as though that leaving the team is unloyal.
Right.
But
it's your boys. You want to stay with them.
Right, but it comes to a time to where you got to realize. I'm gonna say no. I say you got to realize. It comes to time to where, of all the personal accolades you've done, you haven't even been to a Super Bowl, let alone been to a conference championship.
Right.
I mean, don't you want to have more added to your legacy besides regular season accolades?
Maybe he just he liked the spot. He liked the town they in. Things of that nature.
You know what? I'm not mad. Look, I'm not gonna lie. If he got a personal hotel at the Venetian, I ain't even mad at him. You know, you go on the guys' restaurant, and then you got Hell's Kitchen. And let me play for Vegas. You thought I was big then. You think I was big now? Let me be in Vegas. Heart condition and all. Let me be a football player in Vegas.
Be rolling into the buffet with the beeper right next to you.
Dude,
it starts slowing down. You'd be like, I just got to eat faster.
Dude, you know they actually have it. What is it? They actually have it's on Fremont Street. So there's an actual buffet in which if you weigh over a certain amount of pounds, you eat for free.
Damn.
And if you don't finish your plate, you get spanked.
All right with that. Depends on who's spanking me. It's not a fucking fat ass. That might be entertaining.
No. It's woman in nurse. It's a woman in a nurse outfit.
Oh, I'll get over that, Nate. I'll go get a plate, take the first bite, and be like, whoa, full.
Oh, you stupid.
Get over and eat. Call me a dirty little boy this time.
You start sounding like Jennifer Aniston off Dirty.
Fucking Bad Bosses and shit, yes.
Oh. Yeah, Brock put it. He said the women are hot as hell.
I don't think I'm big enough. I'd have to pay.
I was like 300. I'm like, no. I think it's even no. I don't think it's 300. I think it's either 400. I think it's 400 pounds, something like that.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Because once you go there, they got the scale right there. You walk in, and it's a scale right there.
Oh, that's awful. Awful. That's great. I love it.
It is.
Jesus Christ.
Damn. But that wraps up our show right now. Again, if you do like and subscribe, what we're talking about. If you do like us, don't hit that like subscribe button so that way you can get notifications when we're on. Like I said, next week we'll be definitely trying to discuss. It's gonna be more about the draft. If you had those free agencies, if you have questions about the free agencies going on, I understand some of the dynasty leagues are getting set up for their drafts. So if you have any questions regarding that, definitely hit us up on the Facebook website, and we'll put those. We'll try to answer those questions for you online. And then we're also going to start doing the discussions of, I guess, the draft picks for the Power 5. We know there's a lot of draft teams out there, stuff like that, but what we're probably going to be doing is reviewing the Power 5, the Big 10, ACC, Big 12, Pac-12, just the basics. And we're definitely going to give you a breakdown of the mock drafts, because some of the mock drafts are starting to change, and we're going to discuss those as well. Bruce, got anything else to say? Anything you need to put on?
OJ, I got your dollar. It's right here. I can't believe I gotta lose $1. I'll get it to Ciezzi. You don't get your dollar. Oh, that part pissed me off the most. I had nothing. Nothing. Ah, some bitch.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our show today. We do appreciate y'all being on here. Other than that, don't, like I said again, don't forget that like, subscribe button. We out of here. Peace.
Bye. Fruit Loops are awful. You trying to put the closing thing up? Where's it at?
I got it.
I'm pushing buttons.